a family. Hey, check this shit out. Something funky in the stew, gang. Yo, something's going on. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but as you know, right? Check this out. Samantha Guthrie, mother, Nancy Guthrie, was kidnapped. Like what? Two months ago, some shit like that. And I'm talking about Meglodon Media right now. You can't see this shit. Anyway, so nobody's found it. Nobody's know nothing. Don't nobody know nothing, right? Disappeared without trace. Snatched from the home. They got all kind of evidence, right? Nobody knows what's going on. So I was looking, gang. I was watching the interview today, right? Oh shit, I'm turning it off. I was watching the interview today, right? Let me position it so you can see it. So I was watching the interview today, right? Let me get it. So, and something funky in the stew. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. So I'm gonna do a reaction to this to Samantha Guthrie, and let's see what you can find out what's really going on because in my mind, shit don't look right. And I'm gonna break down this interview. Listen, this interview right here, I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about what's going on. Without further ado.
My sister called me and I said, "Is everything okay?" And she said, "No." She said, "Mom's missing." And I said, "What? What are you talking about?" She said, "She's gone." And
now, let's start from that. Oh, let me turn up my fan. Hold on, y'all. Real quick. So, yo, go. Sorry, my dog. So Samantha Guthrie, right? Mother came up missing. So how she found out was her sister called her and said, Mama gone. Now how the fuck you just gonna just all of a sudden just say, Mama gone? You don't think she's maybe in the rose garden or something, taking a hike or something, maybe walking somewhere? Let's see what's going on. Check this out. Now check this out. I'm gonna show you what's crazy. Come on, check it out.
My sister called me and I said, "Is everything okay?" And she said, "No." She said, "Mom's missing." What? And I said, "What? What are you talking about?" She said, "She's gone." And she was in a panic. I was in a panic. I'm like, "Call 911." She's like, "I did. We called them. They're here." And we thought that she must have had like some kind of medical episode in the night and that somehow, the paramedics had come because the back doors were propped open, and that didn't make any sense. We thought maybe they came and there's a stretcher and they took her out the back. But her...
See, that's the investigative part I'm talking about. Where did they... At first, I thought it was the front door. It was the back door. Investigative reports said that they took her out the back of the front door, right? They said they found blood at the front door. Am I mistaken? Let's see what else. Let's see what else we have here.
Phone was there and her purse was there and all her things, and it just didn't make any sense.
Savannah jumping on a plane, heading straight for Tucson to help find her mom.
We were on the phone with the sheriff and trying to, really make clear from the very early moments, Annie and Tommy were saying this isn't that case that you are used to where someone wanders off. She can't wander off.
They're in the desert in Tucson. Yeah, you can't wander off in no damn Tucson. Ain't nothing but desert. It's desolate. That would make the case even more mysterious because it's dark and dry out there, man. Ain't nothing but desert, darkness, cactuses and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit for miles. But listen.
My mom, she was in tremendous pain. Her back was very bad. You know, she was trying to, on a good day, she could walk down to the mailbox and get the.
Now, see, this is the part I'm talking about right here. Your mother's missing. You don't know if she's alive. Why would you talk like that about her? On a good day, she couldn't make it to the mailbox. Why is that even a factor? Why is that even a factor? You should be talking about the good about her, you know, praying for her to come home, praying for the whoever. Why is this acting like this is a memorial all of a sudden? I would still be on the mission. I wouldn't even be doing no interviews, but since we're doing the interview, we're gonna break it down from my standpoint. I'm an expert at body language. I'm an expert at body language. I'm gonna say it again. I'm an expert at body language. And I'm looking at this shit. She's already accepting that she's already dead. You know. Come on, man.
Mail, but most days not. So there was no wander off. And
look, and what the part I'm about to get to right now is what I want you to pay attention to. I really want y'all to pay attention to this part, because this part right here, she's actually gonna confess. Now, I ain't gonna say confess anything. I'm just gonna say, listen to what she say very good. You understand? Listen to what she say. All right, let's go.
Doors were propped open.
I'm there, right?
And there was blood on the front doors. And the Ring camera had been yanked off.
How all that happened? How all that happened? It gotta be somebody, somebody. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't say anything. I'm cleaning up my screen real quick. You see my screen? I like clean out my screens or something. Like my fingers get a little dusty. But somebody, I wipe my hands off. Somebody knows something, right? What y'all think? Let's now pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention.
And her brother had a theory.
My siblings are so amazing. My brother, you know, he spent his career in the military and worked in intelligence.
I'm just gonna run that back. I found that part a little interesting. Okay.
Are so amazing. My brother, you know, he spent his career in the military and worked in intelligence. And is a fighter pilot. And is brilliant. And he saw very clearly right away what.
Wait, what? What did he know? Clearly, right away. Listen, clearly, right away. He automatically knew what it was. How? Now, wait a minute. I'm gonna back it up. Because, look, I don't think y'all understand what's going on, man. I'm not saying anything. Listen, I'm not saying nothing. But what I'm saying is, let's look at the fact. I'm just playing the video. I'm seeing her response. Let's go. Let's do it again. Come on. Let's back it up in just 5 minutes. All right. Let's go.
Amazing. My brother, you know, he spent his career in the military and worked in intelligence and is a fighter pilot and is brilliant. And he saw very clearly right away what this was. And even on the phone, when I called him.
When you called him?
And he said, I think she's been kidnapped.
Wait a minute. Over the phone. He was over the phone. He wasn't even there. He was like, I think I know what it is. It's a kidnapping. And what?
For ransom.
How the fuck you know? All of a sudden, for ransom. I think I know what this is. You think you know what it is? Or you know it? Come on, man. Y'all help me out, y'all. I'm playing it down the facts. Nobody want to hear it. I say I got 0 people watching. All right, so what? I'm playing facts. I'm breaking down the Savannah Guthrie video. Nancy Guthrie came up missing. Nobody knows what the fuck happened.
And I said, what? Well, why? What? And then, I mean, it sounds so like, how dumb could I be? But I didn't want to.
How dumb. We ain't even scratch the surface yet, gang. Like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? She said, look, how dumb can I be? Why would you blame it on yourself? Check it
I
out.
just said, do you think because of me?
Do you think?
And I said,
Look,
I'm
look,
sorry, sweetie, but
look.
yeah, maybe. But I knew that.
You did?
I hope not. I mean, we still don't know. Honestly, we don't know anything.
No.
Now did y'all hear that? She said, do you think it's you? She said, I hope not. We don't know anything yet. Nobody knows anything yet. Can y'all hear? Nobody knows anything yet. What you mean? I hope it was me. She gonna look now. Watch this right here. This is the part I'm talking about right here. Check it out.
We don't know anything. So I don't know that it's because she's my mom and somebody thought, oh, that girl, that lady has money. We can make
that girl, that lady. Which one are you? See, I don't believe y'all. I'm right here with it. Now, see, I can't say a lot of shit I want to say because YouTube gonna fucking ban the fuck. I'm gonna get another strike, man. And YouTube don't play. I'm just playing a video. I'm doing a reaction to it. And I'm just like, I want y'all to think for yourselves. I'm gonna play it back because something's funky with this case and nobody's paying attention but me, it seems like. I can see right through this shit. Check it out.
quick buck. I mean, that would make sense, but we don't know. But yeah, that's probably, which is too much to bear. To think that I
Do y'all think those are real tears? I don't know. Look.
Brought this to her bedside. That it's because of me.
Uh-oh. Here's the part I'm talking about. Now, pay attention right here. We're going to run this whole shit back, but pay attention right here. Come on.
And I just say, I'm so sorry, Mommy. I'm so sorry.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry to my sister and my brother and my kids and my nephew and Tommy.
Why would you now listen to me very closely. Why would you apologize for something you ain't do? Your mother got kidnapped. You didn't kidnap. You didn't have nothing to do with that, right? Nothing. But I'm sorry. What is going on? Why are you such filled with grief? It seems like she filled with grief. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna run it back real quick. I'm gonna run the whole interview back. I'm gonna run it back. It's only 10 minutes. So we're gonna run it back. I'm gonna say less, but we're gonna analyze this shit. Let's go.
My sister called me and I said, is everything okay? Mm-hmm. And she said, no. She said, Mom's missing.
That's genuine. Mom is fucking missing, yo. That's genuine. So her sister don't know what the fuck going on. I'm analyzing the shit. Look.
I said, what? Yeah. What are you talking about? She said, she's gone. And she was in a panic. I was in a panic. I'm like, call 911. Yeah. She's like, I did. We called them. They're here. And we thought that she must have had like some kind of.
Hey, what a great alibi to have with her ass. She was out of state.
Medical episode in the night, and that somehow, the paramedics had come. because of
What medical episode when she was healthy? She was healthy, y'all. What medical episode? And no, she said episode. A medical episode? What episode? This ain't no damn TV show, man. Stop.
back doors were propped
Man,
open,
wait till I get my studio right,
you know,
man.
and that didn't make any sense. We thought maybe they came and there's a stretcher and they took her out the back, but her phone was there and her purse was there and all her things, and it just didn't make any sense.
Savannah jumping on a plane, heading straight for Tucson to help find her mom.
We were on the phone with the sheriff and trying to, you know, really make clear us. I mean, from the very early moments, you know, Annie and Tommy were saying this isn't that case that you are used to where someone wanders off. She can't wander off. My mom,
She not
she
gonna
was in
want down.
tremendous pain.
Wander off. She. How you going through all these episodes? Listen, how you going through all these episodes? Wander off, gang. So my mother ran on wander off. Come on. No. Come on. Stop it. Wander off. Wander off where? You in the fucking desert. You in Tucson, Arizona. There's nothing out there. Cactus, fucking coyotes and shit. Where you wandering off to? I thought she was in good health. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Let's finish up this shit.
Her back was very bad. You know, she was trying to, on a good day, she could walk down to the mailbox and get the mail, but most days not.
Why would you say that? When your mother's missing, you don't know what's going on. I wouldn't even bring that up. I'd be like, man, look, man. We talking about how great she was. Man, we ain't doing all that. Oh, man, she couldn't make it to the motherfucking mailbox some days. No, I'm not doing that.
So there was no wander off. And the doors were propped open.
Yeah.
And there was
Look, let me tell y'all something, man. I ain't gonna say too much because YouTube might block my channel. I'm just gonna say one thing. I think it was an inside job, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's an inside job. Inside job, man.
blood on the front doorstep. And the Ring camera had
Sad,
been
man.
yanked off.
And her brother had a theory.
My siblings are so amazing.
Check this out.
My brother,
Look.
you know, he spent his career in the military and worked in intelligence and is a fighter pilot and is brilliant. And he saw very clearly right away what this was.
Huh? Very
And
clear right away.
even on the phone
That $6 million.
when they called him.
Mind you now, fighter pilot's gonna make what, about $100,000 a year? She get what, $24,000 a year? I don't know. Let's see.
He knew.
I don't know.
And he said, I think she's been kidnapped.
Yo, to be a fighter pilot, like be of his standard in the military, you gotta know surveillance. You gotta know a lot of shit. And I'm just saying, like, due to his expertise, it would take his expertise to get away with such a crime. I'm just saying that. It would take his expertise to get away with such a crime. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying I sympathize for the Guthries, yo. I couldn't even imagine this shit. For real. Let's go.
For ransom. And I said, yeah. What? Well, why? What? And then, I mean, it sounds so like how.
You a $24 million a year lady, man. What the fuck you mean? When you listen, if you making millions of dollars, you gotta be prepared for shit like that. You see, Rihanna shit got shot up. All right. When you make a lot of money, you gotta have a lot of security. I'm sorry. A lot of people are like, I don't need security. They want to feel regular. No, you can't do it. You have to have security. You have to. I'm sorry. You in a whole nother bracket, whole nother way of life. You pretty much then died and came back to life. I'm telling you, when you get to that status, I'm telling you. You go.
Dumb could I be? But I didn't want to believe. I just said, do you think because of me? And I said, I'm sorry, sweetie, but yeah, maybe. But I knew that.
You did?
I hope not.
No, you heard what she said? She said, I knew that. And then she said, you think so? I hope not. No, don't do that. Look, listen, look what she said now. Look.
But I knew that.
What?
But I knew that. But yeah, maybe. But I said, I'm sorry, sweetie, but yeah, maybe. But I knew that.
You did?
I hope not. I said, yeah.
She sounded like a spoiled little brat. But go ahead, look.
What? Well, why? What? And then, I mean, it sounds so like how dumb could I be? But I didn't want to believe. I just said, do you think because of me? And I said, I'm sorry, sweetie, but yeah, maybe. But I knew that.
Huh?
You did?
You
I
did?
hope not.
You did? Now she had to check it up. I
mean, we
hope
still
not.
don't know. Honestly, we don't know anything.
Huh? That, you know what that sound like? I just said it sounds like a killer. We don't know anything. Like, stay on top of the case. Stay on top of the case because make sure that I'm not a suspect. This is sick, y'all. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying use your own brain. I'm just bringing the facts. I'm looking at it. I'm analyzing it. I'm watching her, Samantha Guthrie.
We don't know anything. So I don't know that it's because she's my mom and somebody thought, oh, that girl, that like.
Hey, it's 20 minutes in, gang. Got no views. You know what I mean? But hey, listen, like and subscribe. I was just want to break down the video real quick. And let me know what y'all think about this shit. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Holla.